Hello, everybody, and thank you for being here today in another Ask the Expert. Today, we are dedicating our session to back to school because we are just at the beginning of September, and as in many countries, we are starting school. Thanks God for that, especially for us parents that had to go over all summer with our wonderful kids. So now we actually have time to dedicate to genealogy. So let's start. And let's start by allowing me to introduce myself. My name is Daniel Horowitz. If you don't know that yet, you should know also that I am dedicated to genealogy since 1986. I was the teacher and study guide editor of the family history project in Venezuela, searching for my roots for 15 years. I am involved in crowdsourced digitization and transcription projects, and I hold a board level position at the Israel Genealogy Research Association. But the most important thing for this session is that I am happily working with MyHeritage and at MyHeritage since 2006. Wow, that was a long time ago. Today, liaising with genealogy societies, bloggers, and media, as well as lecturing and attending conferences around the world. And if we are going back to school, well, the best way to start is actually by going into the MyHeritage blog, because you should know, and I have said that many times, this is just one, but a very reliable way to know exactly what is going on MyHeritage. And as you can see already in my screen and at the top of the post, MyHeritage announced just a couple of days ago that we are releasing all the census collections for free for the whole weekend. And that is actually almost the whole week until next Wednesday. And that is kind of actually because of Labor Day in the US, and just because we wanted to give you all access to some of the most important records for genealogy research. And you can just go into the post and you can learn more about exactly what census records are available, which are actually all of them, and how you can get to them. And I will show you that also right now, because I have here in another tab, let me make this a little bit bigger probably, so you can see better, the MyHeritage website. I'm already logged in, so all what I need to do is to go to the research page, or research menu, and then click on the second option, which is the collection catalog. And that will give you a glimpse of everything that MyHeritage has. You can sort this by numbers of records or by the last update. And you will also learn here today and for the first time that we have surpassed the 15 billion records. So if you are a follower, you can notice how MyHeritage is growing every day. So today, I will choose to go into the census and voters list collection. That is giving us about a million, a million or a billion, 300,000 records for free. And all those that you see here, those are being opened for free. You can see the free icon right there, which is not normally there depending on the collections, but all of these collections are totally free. So what you should do is either look into each collection or just do a search, a general search, and with the results, you can also select the census and voters list option. Let's make, for example, just because it's something that I know, Daniel Horowitz. I'm going to search myself over there. I'm going to find all kind of records. And here, what I need to do is go to the second option in the collection catalog right here on the left side and just say census records, census and voters list. And all of this are going to be free. Is that easy? So I'm pretty sure we are all going to have a lot of things to research in this upcoming weekend. Now, that is the part of the censuses, but what about the back to school? So the idea is to go back again and to learn more about what we think we know and how we do genealogy. So for that one, I'm going to go into the help section. And yes, of course, you could go into the help and ask questions and get answers, but that is not really how you go to school. You go to school in the knowledge base. So whenever you click here in the knowledge base, or you go to education.myheritage.com, you will be able to go inside here and read articles or watch webinars or go into the how-to videos and being able to learn and to go step by step with whatever subject you would like to go. So this is already in the chat, the URL of the education.myheritage.com, which is the knowledge base. You can, of course, start typing whatever subject you want. Let's say I would like to learn about auto clusters. So when I start typing here the auto clusters, the knowledge base is going to tell me what are my options. Well, it seems that I have 2 webinars, I have 2 articles, and I have even an FAQ or a question and answer. And you will be able to go there also and to learn about how to do your genealogy and how to be better with the auto clusters. Now, what just skipped in the, I'm sorry for that, in the chat is the rest of the links that I'm going to show you, because I actually wanted to show you another URL or another way to learn about what you can do here. So you can click on any time the orange buttons below the articles and you can see all the articles, or you can click on the orange button below the webinars and see all the webinars. And by the way, all the sessions that we are recording here in the Ask the Experts are coming slowly but surely into the knowledge base. As you can see, last week I released the instant discovery session that we did some time ago, and actually today just released the one about the animation, the deep nostalgia. Another way that you can select the material that you would like to learn from is with those buttons here. So if I would like to learn more about family tree, I can click here on family tree button, and the knowledge base is going to give me all the webinars, articles, and everything related to the trees. And then if you want, you can filter those or you can sort those and see only webinars or only articles, depending on what is your interest. Now, the other way of going back to school in this month is by going to the Webtember genealogy series that Legacy and MyHeritage are having for you. And if we are already learning, you should learn that Legacy was just revamped with a totally new design. It's the same webinars that you are used to, but now we actually have way better interface and more information, easy to navigate. So I will recommend you to go over and to get used to and give your feedbacks on these new designs. I'm pretty sure you are going to like it, if not love it. And the URL that I just went in, which is one of the ones I was trying to give you here in the chat, is the Webtember sessions, starting actually tomorrow, Friday. Every Friday, we're going to have live webinars, and we're going to have pre-recorded webinars that are going to be released, and you will have the whole month to go and to watch them, to enjoy them, and to learn about what all this very capable group of speakers have to share with you. You only need one registration, and then you will have access to all the webinars during the whole month. So go ahead and visit that URL and register, and hopefully you will learn a little bit more of how to do your genealogy. Okay, so without further ado, let me jump back to the presentation just to show you a few announcements. And today it's going to be very short because we already talked about them. Come on, really? I already fixed that. I think that's a bug on the Zoom that it's making me restarting this. Okay, but just because we are among friends, I'm pretty sure you will excuse me and the technology. So I already mentioned the free records, free census records between yesterday and next Wednesday. So you have just a few more days. So take advantage of that, and you will tell me what you learn next week. Also the knowledge base, which I show you with all the webinars, articles, and material to learn. If webinars, you already know about legacy, and yeah, definitely I need to update that screenshot because it doesn't look like that anymore. Go ahead, experience, and let Jeff and I know how you like it or not, the new design. And if you're already there, register for Webtember, all genealogy, all September long, more than 30 live and pre-recorded webinars that we are releasing every Friday. Invitation, as always, both if you are in Facebook, if you are here in the Zoom with me, or if you're watching this as a recording, to go into this URL and to register to voice your questions in the Zoom session and participate here with all of us. So now it's that time where I allow you to unmute yourself and ask the questions, and hopefully I will be able to answer them. So the first one will have to be Ken, which is right in that corner with his hand up and waiting patiently. Hi, Ken, how are you?
Pretty good. Good morning or good afternoon in your case. My question is about birth certificates. I'm working with a family member, and he was unsure that if we can actually obtain an image or a screenshot of his grandfather's birth certificate. And then I have a different question on a birth certificate.
Wait, I'm sorry, but I didn't understood the first question. Let's go with that.
Okay, so the first question is, can we obtain a screenshot of what the original birth certificate looked like?
From where?
It would be from like Oregon.
Okay.
And this is probably 1940s.
But is the record on MyHeritage?
There's no record match or anything that
okay
kind of comes up for this individual.
Okay.
So would it be better to try and do a little bit more research and try and drill down and use
Well,
the
the issue is like this, like if the record is on MyHeritage, we normally give you in the corner a thumbnail to let you know if we have the image, and then you can just simply download and save the image. If you're talking about the state of Oregon, you will need to check if they have birth records available online, or you will need to go and to request a copy of the birth certificate in the local office for that purpose.
like vital statistics
Yeah.
and stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
So my second question about birth certificates is, so I found out I was adopted and it has my adoptive parents in the name. This is state of California, 1960. And it has my adoptive parents' name and their birth years are accurate, but not my original birth parents' name. And it was I had to, instead of going to San Diego, I had to send off to Sacramento to obtain my social security number.
Okay.
Is there a way to open something like that where I can see who my birth parents are? Do I write the state of California or?
I think that, and I'm not an expert, a legal expert at least, but I think that every state in the US has its own rules about opening adoption records. You will need to talk with somebody in California about that. And I do know that California is actually very open and very advanced on those type of things. But I think that after a certain time, and I don't know, again, not an expert, if it's 18 years or what, and I see somebody writing here in the chat some information that may be helpful for you, and say that you want to open your own your own adoption folder, and there should be any problem, again, if you are more than 18 and the law permits it, for you to open it and see what says over there.
Okay, well, thank you. I'm looking at the chat, so I've got that information. Thank you, whoever put that in.
My pleasure. And yep, thank you very much for whoever put it, because I didn't see the name. AM, I guess it's morning in their place. Marion, how are you?
Good, good. How about you?
Very good.
Perfect.
How can I help you today?
Yeah, in regard to the census records, do you know up to what year those records are available? I think the latest I always saw was 1940.
Okay. The truth is, no, I don't. But I know that we can go here to the link, and I'm going to open it in a new tab, just not to lose that. And let's see. This is the collections, and well, from the US, I know that you can look here in the US records, and I think the earliest one, if I search by the collection name, it's 1790. Okay, the earliest one. But you will need to do the same like for every other one. In the UK is from 1841. And if I go to the Nordic censuses, we're talking about 1787. So each country or each area has its own spam. In California, it's 1825. Okay, I'm sorry, not California, that's Canada. Okay. And all of them are open free. Like, it's not only the US census, is the whole world census.
The whole world census. Is this something new? Because I have this subscription for a year that I can access all available records.
No, the census have been there. We have released every now and then, we release some. but they were always there. It's just that this weekend we decided to open it free for all.
Okay, all right. Thank
Okay.
you.
Pleasure, Marion. And Charles, how can I help you today?
Yes, thank you. I noticed last week that you have on your display of your family tree, you had multiple trees, and that was the first time it occurred to me that we could do that. And so my question is, obviously I've done my own family tree based on my maternal side and paternal side. Is there an advantage to separating those two? Only because they're both very large families, and I have many, many cousins, and I don't know how many second cousins.
So if you ask me, the
Yes.
answer will be no. In fact, just to prove my point, my family tree is not my family tree, is actually my kids' family tree, meaning all my branches together with my wife branches. Okay, and that's how I have a tree from almost 8,000 people. Now, what you saw last week and in the website that I use as a demo, I do have multiple family trees, and like I have multiple websites, and the website has multiple family trees here as well. But the reason for me to do that is just because I have different samples of different cases. If I would like to showcase the instant discoveries, or how to import or export the JEDCOM, or smart matches and record matches, duplicated people. So I prefer to have a one tree for each, and it's much easier also to generate specific cases. But no, definitely I will not suggest you in any way to split your trees. I do know other people will say yes, and other people would want to have like one tree for each grandparent, for example. But the problem is that when you go down to the descendants, you are going to end duplicating people, because the descendants are the same descendants for everybody.
Thank you.
Okay, my pleasure. I see some people writing here questions in the chat, but I would definitely love if you would like to open your mics and just voice your questions. And I have seen somebody with a question about DNA, which I can answer as well without a problem. You just need to unmute your mic and say hello.
Hello, this is Michael.
Hi, Michael. How are you?
I'm doing well. Hey, I've got a question about shared matches. I have many people that I manage their DNA, and I would go in and look at my cousins, and he has a match. And if I look down and I click on that match, and I look through and I say, okay, here I am. So we both share with the person that my cousin shares, and I'm showing like maybe 40 centimorgans shared on that. Now, if I go back into my kit and I look for that same person, say it's Mary XYZ, she doesn't show up. Why wouldn't she show up if my cousin and I both shared, but when I look from the view of mine DNA kit, that person doesn't show up?
Okay, so you see her, let's say, when you go into your cousins, into your matches with your cousin, you see this person as a common match between both of you?
Correct.
Okay, and she doesn't appear when you looked into your personal matches?
Exactly.
Well,
and it's happened multiple times between other kits that I've managed, and I just don't understand it. For instance, maybe a cousin or an uncle will share, 90 centimorgans, and then you look, how much does that person share with me, and it's 40. So I'll go into my kit expecting to see that same 40 centimorgans sharing with Mary XYZ and they don't show up.
How are you looking for that person in your matches?
Well, either I'll look by the amount of shared centimorgans, or I do a search for that name.
Okay, so I will suggest you, yeah, exactly. Do a search for the name, okay? And use only the first name or the last name. It should be easier. But to tell you the truth, what you're describing is almost impossible. And I will be also very curious to see. So I will suggest you to just, as you received yesterday the reminder for this session, just reply to that email with your email and a specific case that I can go in and look into details and being able to help you and to see what's going on. Because yes, if you have a match with a cousin and between you and the cousin, you have other common matches, you should be able to see those people among your own matches.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, pleasure. Thank you for being here, Michael. And give me 1 second, Katrina, you will be the next, but Hope is having problems with the mic. So I will read the question. I have a family tree in MyHeritage, but larger on legacy. Does a JetCom upload create a new family tree in MyHeritage or merge? I can almost ask the question and tell everybody with the camera to tell you the answer, because this is something I have said multiple times, and unfortunately, I'm gonna keep saying it. Hope, if you import a tree into the MyHeritage website, is going to create a new tree. You're going to end with 2 trees. MyHeritage does not merge family trees on the import process. So if you do it, and if you decide to delete the old, smaller tree, just remember, all the matches are going to come back and you will need to go over them and accept, reject it, and probably the information over there, it will be already in your tree, but you will still need to take an action over there. Katrina, last question of the day. How can I help you?
Yes, hi. On the fan view or any of the views that you can do with your family tree, I'm wondering if we have any ability to change the colors that are assigned to each side of that tree.
Well, the answer will be no, and I can allow myself to say for now.
Okay.
I mean, not next week and not next month, but I can tell you that it's something that we are considering.
Oh, please consider it, because I have a whole system based on other colors and this messes me up.
Yeah, well, actually the fan view has a little bit of that, because like all the bluish, it can be identified from the same branch. You have like different tones of blue or green or red or yellow. So you know each one where is coming from, but the ability to see that in the actual tree and to land in a person and see, oh, this person is blue, so he must be from my paternal grandfather. I definitely agree with you, and Uri as well, by the way. That is very useful.
Well, let me rephrase that then, because you're going even further than I was thinking.
Okay.
I'm just thinking like, I want to print my fan view out, and the colors that are automatically there, the default colors, there's no way to, so maybe the same question, but a different way. There's no way to change those default colors assigned to that.
Not yet,
fan
no.
view, is it? Right, okay.
Yeah. So you don't like our colors. That's what you're saying.
Well, I like the colors just fine. The color choices are perfect. They're just on the wrong branches.
Okay. No worries. I'm just teasing you.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank
but
you very much.
There's a little palette there. That's why, like a little color palette. That's what's confusing. I thought I was doing something wrong.
No. That color palette over there is just to turn on and off the full color or the text view so you can see also the name of the people over there.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Excellent. So thank you very much all. It's already 30 minutes past the hour. So that's my call to start saying goodbye, start wishing you a wonderful long weekend if you are in the States, or a regular weekend if you are in the rest of the world. Plenty of time to dedicate to genealogy. If you're in the East Coast, as many of my friends and my adoptive family over there, please take very good care of yourself. I saw some images today that really concern me over there with hurricanes and floodings. In the meantime, please take very good care of yourself and your family in these crazy days. And again, take a little bit of this extra time to do a little bit more of genealogy. Goodbye, everybody. See you next week.